Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Enigmarch series, where every day in the month of March, I am writing a puzzle based on a prompt posted by the Enigmarch team that day. Today, I'm doing this at the last moment for today because yesterday was a long day. Um, we're doing mystery. So let's start a day 8 tab. Okay, so with mystery, the first instinct is to just write a whodunit, right? Or a whomst has done whatever, Captain Holt. The problem is that that doesn't really fit in with what I have here, right? Like there would have to be some fairly arbitrary extraction. Um, I know that there was a thing that did this in A B C D E F G. There was a puzzle. Uh, yeah, Mystery Cabin 14C. This was it. And so this was, I mean, it was literally just a like 14-page whodunit mystery that you had to figure out. And then you had this whole thing to deal with. Like you had to answer all these questions. But I mean, again, this is a 14-page puzzle and takes a like I mean, these things are not short to write. I mean, my example of here is the basic kind of puzzle that would fit into this structure is from the 2023 Mystery Hunt, part of which was cut for being too long. So like, that's not what we're writing right now. My go-to is always something to do with Clue. I like writing puzzles about Clue. It's a nice structure, easy to Google. And in fact, the original version of one of my mystery hunt puzzles, puzzle I don't have a clue, was all about Clue. Um, before it was cut. Well, not cut. It wasn't cut. It stopped working. It cut itself. Um, we could also do something on like Encyclopedia Brown or other detective series, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. Like now that I'm thinking about this, like we can look at the titles out of curiosity. Let's just go get what the things on the. That's not how that works. Also, I don't know why I'm doing this. I can be click dragging. Thank you. Okay, let's just go see what the. Okay, these are all numbered series. The books. Boy Detective. So the case of the secret pitch. Finds his clues, gets his man. Solves them all, keeps the peace. So the fourth one is where he gets a boyfriend, and the fifth one is when he starts playing Pokemon. I understand. Saves the day, tracks them down. Shows the way, takes the case. Lends a hand. The case of the dead eagles. Case of the midnight visitor. Carries on. sets the pace. Oh, we're gonna ignore 15 and a half. Case of the mysterious handprints. Case of the treasure hunt. Case of the disgusting. Oh, yeah. It's these numbers that matter because 15 and a half is irrelevant. Was this like a joke one? I don't know, 15 and a half. Oh, cook and casebook. It was also it was also a cookbook. Okay. 18. Disgusting sneakers. Case of the two spies. Case of Pablo's nose. Case of the sleeping dog. Case of the slippery salamander. Case of the jumping frogs. Cracks the case. Super sleuth. And case of the secret UFOs. Okay. So that's Encyclopedia Brown. Then we can have Hardy Boys. Bull. There we go. The Tower Treasure. All right. Well, I'm gonna pull this over on it. Actually, this is easy enough to do. I can dual screen this. Or not dual screen, split screen. The missing chums, hunting for hidden gold. The Shore Road Mystery. The Secret of the Caves. Mystery of Cabin Island. The Great Airport Mystery. What happened at midnight while the clock ticked? Footprints under the window. The mark on the door. The Hidden Harbor Mystery. The Sinister Scapegoat. A figure in hiding. The Secret Warning. The Twisted Claw. The Disappearing Floor. The Mystery of the Flying Express. The Clue of the Broken Blade. The Flickering Torch Mystery. The Melted Coins. Short Wave Mystery. Phantom. Okay, I figured out what I want to do with this. So the first thought was just write a story that has these phrases in it. But writing stories with these phrases in it always has the problem that people might like. It's easy to miss one, and it's hard. It's hard when you've missed one to. Um, it's hard when you've missed one to. find the one that you missed in a situation where I'm just like writing a story that has footprints under the window and tracks them down in case of disgusting sneakers in it. Also, I'm looking at the Encyclopedia Brown ones, and the Encyclopedia Brown ones don't really lend themselves to being in a story. But what this can be is the case of just like writing a one letter off thing. So we're gonna get a list of Nancy Drew books. Uh, so we can do, and now the fact that I have the first 26 doesn't really matter, um, because I could just do it by the letter. Oh, I didn't realize Secret of Shadow Ranch was a book. I don't play the video games, but I watched someone play the video games, and Shadow Ranch. I knew Old Clock was the first one. I didn't realize Secret of Shadow Ranch was one, and I wonder how close that is to the actual. Um, oh, it's the first book that Bess and George are in. Okay. Not exactly the same. Oh, this, however. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is the plot of the video game, but it's not up in here. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. All right. So I'm just gonna copy these. Okay. I there's probably I mean there is definitely something I could be doing to copy this easier from the web page, but at this point I'm so far in that it's just like whatever. Tolling, not toiling. And 16, the clue of the leaning chimney. Okay. So what I want this to do is to have three separate clues, and each one of them is um so like there's the Encyclopedia Brown clue, the Hardy Boys clue, and the Nancy Drew clue. And so you're going to get a bunch of these clues to phrases that are one letter off books, and you have to put the clues you have to separate the clues by which detective series they're part of, and then uh order them by the order in the series and take the added letter in the order. So like if for instance if one of the clues was just add, it could be like um Wow, why am I having trouble getting Bay Detective? Uh, the case of the secret ditch and saves the dad. And these would be in probably alphabetical order, which that is alphabetical order because they're book titles. But so you'd have to pick out that these were the Encyclopedia Brown ones, compare them to Boy Detective, Bay Detective, Case's Secret Pitch, Case's Secret Ditch, Saves the Day, Saves the Dad. You put them in that order and then read the additional letters to get A, D, D. We're going to see how possible this is, slash how much more I have to go down past 26. But let's go get 3 clues, shall we? All right. This is updated as of day 7 wild. Uh, like Amos could be famous cookies, right? Famous Amos. Yeah. So like, yeah, we could have like famous cookies. That's a good length for this. Um. Oh, I wonder if we could. I've been looking for like Renee ZW or no, ZEL. Okay, if I can make this Z work, I could relatively early. I could do. Is she married? What does she use as a title? I'm gonna use MS. Or she annulled? Annulled. I just use MS. MS Zellweger. And uh oh, I could this could be Knives Out Johnson. Uh we could put Senator Rashida here. Or Ice T. Oh, we could say Tracy Marrow for Ice T. Yeah, Tracy Marrow. Okay. Okay. So the this set of clues works if we can get this early Z to work. So let's see if we can find a place where we can stick that early Z. The Secret of the Red Gaze Farm. Okay. Let's see if we can do the rest of this. Um, we need this W soon after is also going to be a problem. So I mean, the other thing is I need to put MS right before that, and that's tricky. The quest of the missing WAP, also a bit of a distance. Nancy's mysterious wetter would be interesting, except that I don't have enough room for ELL. I mean, I'll put a W here just to say I can do this, but I would like to do my first option if possible. Out of curiosity, all right. I am going to set this to Broda because I just like that dictionary. The results gives me better. So that's going to give me everything one letter off of clue. Yeah, it really wants like club or blue for those, and I just don't have any B's. I could do it on a G at some point. The glue in the crumbling wall, the glue of the tapping keels, glue in the jewel box. Oh, the password to Larkspur Wayne. It's not amazing, but I mean, these aren't going to be necessarily grammatically perfect. That still requires me to put ELL up in these three. Okay. Can we stick the Z in any others? The the problem is that what I really want is like something like consonant vowel consonant E, right? And oftentimes I can replace that letter with a Z, especially if this vowel is A. But the only one I've seen is pace, and that doesn't work. Or case also, which has been a lot of them, and that doesn't work either. There's like haze, maze, ways I could do things with. Nose is not a thing. I mean, not with a Z, it isn't. There's no blade anywhere. I could do a blaze. Or like glade, glare. Hmm. Okay, so the question is, am I being too specific with what I want? Or is do I need to not include a thing with the letter Z? So let's see if I can do famous cookies in order somewhere. The trick one for that's going to be a K. So I see if I can do that near the bottom of one of them. Cask cracks the cask. Or just any of the cask of the two spies, cask of the sleeping dog. Okay, so let's stick a thing over here. Let's see what else we can get because like this whole section can be K. Um, yeah, flues. Some of actually, wow, like some of the Encyclopedia Brown ones are just hard to do. Like if you just don't have the right letter, then so like we could have finds his flues, saves the May, and then we need one of these to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So that's unlikely to happen. All right, so maybe we just don't do the ordering. Maybe we just are going to have to put it in order for them. All right, we'll still figure out something to do with the ordering. Um, in this case, we're going to keep Nancy's mysterious wetter. All right. Okay, so then I'm just going to keep looking at the Nancy Drew ones for the moment. So we have Miss Zellweger. So equal to subtract. Oh, we'll try this again. Equals subtract letters. Yeah. Zell. MSZELLWEGER. Concatenate. all of this. Okay, so that's what we have left to do on here. All right, so we're giving up the ordering thing. If I ever find an E, I'm just doing it, but otherwise everything else. Oh, L's are another one that comes up a lot. The clue of the broken rocket. There we go. Uh, the clue in the jewel bog. Oh, this is mean. The crumbling well. That is so mean, and I like it. Um, the ghost of Blackwood Hell. We still need to put this M somewhere. I keep finding places to put an M before something. Oh, I could do the Ghost of Blackwood Mall instead. I'm just going to note that with an M over here, just to keep that in mind. Um, so let me put the L's somewhere. The clue, the tapping hells. Then we have another hell there. The midden staircase. Continue to stare at that. Old album. Clue in the old album. Oh, I'm thinking of a vein. I was like, the password to Larkspur vein. That'd be a thing. Main is. I mean, I guess it's doable enough. Um. Yeah, I mean, this would be the secret of the old click or the secret of the old clack. But this just doesn't have like E is our literal only vowel in this. So that doesn't really help. Um, I'm really shocked that I can't make this L work with oak. Right? It feels like it should. OAL isn't a thing as far as I'm aware of. The message of the ivory charm. If I needed a D, that could have been ivory charred, but I don't. Seal is spelled SEEL is just the Pokemon. We don't need this M. Wow, how am I having trouble with the L's? I didn't expect this. Secret of the old clockle. Ends in an L. There we go. Done. Yeah, no, it's just searching for Charles. Okay. Oh, yeah, we put an L there, and that ignores hell. Always a good thing to ignore hell. So we have the mystery of the tolling cell, which I don't like, but is not like it's at least valid. Out of curiosity, let me just look at our list. Like if we look down here, what do we have? SLE. The clue of the black Kess. Kess is at least the name of some things. Something. Yeah, but isn't it like also a character? Oh, it's a Magic the Gathering card. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, Kess is a thing. Um, the clue of the Velvet Mass. The secret of the Woolen Lady. And then we just gotta stick an E somewhere. So this is actually 27, 28, 29, 30. Delete this row. This last E is proving to be a pain in the neck. Uh, yeah, there wasn't anything that added an extra E to this. What is a rance? Oh, no. EAK is not a thing, no. Of the breasts bound, no. Troon? Okay. Okay. Fish apparently thinks it's a word. Oh, that took me a while to find. Okay. All right. So let's do this one. I'm gonna copy this, put it here. But instead of I, this is going to be F. And this is going to be famous cookies. Oh, except that also it's not correct either. Back to F. Okay. F. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, I spent all this time with cask thinking before cake is just much easier. Um, okay. M mends a hand. Sets the puce. Coy detective. O's are going to be the one that we need a lot of. Okay. Huh. O is annoying, actually. In case of Pablo's noose doesn't work. Wow. The O's are really well, okay. The O's are really hard. Um we also need S's and an A and an I. We have a lot of gets his men. That's not interesting. Saves the say, saves the das. This one just has a lot of vowels to use. Um, huh. Solvo's Gots his man. Potch, patch. The case of the secret patch. Doing don't tracks them dows. Tracks them dows. Shows the say. Still don't like the say there, but it's at least legal. Carries okay. Carries in. I don't like it, but it is definitely a possibility. Let's just see what Encyclopedia Brown. We don't. I mean, we only have 29 of them, so all right. What Carnival Crime, Carnival Chrome, Marsh. Oh, that's so cool. I might have to see if like a library has this or something. That would be really neat. I wonder, is it written in the same time period or is it? I mean, that looks like a store from the same time period. No modern day mysteries. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Cremo, Orime. I mean, gets his min would be a thing, maybe. It's interesting how the vowels are the trickiest part here. I also didn't realize famous cookies is a super vocalic. That's cool. Case is a sleeping og. Or oog, really. Case of Pablo's noose also doesn't work, but is the case of the dead ogles. That is not how you spell ogles. Otherwise, it would be great. Shows the wayo. Um, tricks them down. The case of the jumping frost. No. UFOs feels like it should do something. Um, can just paste these in real fast. Oh, didn't have to be all that. No, I can get rid of the thes. Or no, I put it in some of them and not the others. That's fine. We'll standardize it in a moment. We're still a long way from this working, though. Do the O's get better if I look at Hardy Boys? While the clock talked. It's not great, but I have Tracy Marrow. Tracy Marrow feels like a better one to do here. We lose. There's no word case here. Oh, but we do the secret of the cakes. So wow, the O's are just maybe I just can't do Amos. Maybe I can't do famous cookies. I didn't really look at the other across ones. Maybe just like three O's is way too much. Okay. I mean, poker starting bet is a lot of consonants for not a lot of vowels. For antsy. There would be more of them, but we can get rid of a bunch of these. The I we can keep. There is no A. Wait. There is an A. Okay. Yeah, and then we just have to find two E's. I mean, that's easier than our last one, apparently. Is that how you spell bay? It's giving the wrong. I was thinking of like when someone says like that's my bay, but can we get these E's to work here? Solves them ale. Oh, E's. Oh, because I was looking at clue, not case. E's. Or E's of the treasure hunt. That's a better one. That's the easy one that I can clue. Okay. So now we got a bunch of consonants to do. That should be easier. Um. Okay. We want R's and T's are the main ones we have multiples of at this point. Um. I say as I find an N. Okay. All right. This is Oh. The case of the two spits. That's good. Oh, sets the pact. Oh, actually, sets the race is going to be easier to clue. Saves the pay. Lens of sand isn't great. Case of the sleeping dot. Lens of hard is also not great. Shows the war. Um, so close on this one. And the K, I'm just holding on to the end because it's gonna be cake of the whatever. So I need to find places for the S and the T. Oh, the case of the marshmallow sower. Someone who farms marshmallows. Okay. So we need this T. Oh, gets his tan. All right, what's the funniest cake one? Um, yeah, the cake of the sleeping dog. All right, great. So we can get rid of Amos and famous cookies and put anti and poker starting bet. All right, so then we just need to do Hardy Boys. Let's get 2 columns and put it over there. We're gonna take. Where are you here? Put you here. You're gonna concatenate. It has I. Good. It did that correctly. And now I just gotta change this to Tracy Marrow. The nice thing is that this is only 3 vowels, which proves to be the tough one. All right. Do do do. Shame we don't have an I. The Secret of Skill Mountain would be good. All right. So at most, we're gonna have 30. All right. See if we can do it within the first 30 and keep it to this. Um, let's do the 2 A's and the O first, because that's what's going to constrain us. The secret to the coves. Is cove on any of these? Only in covered. Okay. Now we just need to do A's. We did end up doing mall. We did. We ended up doing that not here. So this can be uh, A. Secret of the old mall. I like that we've discovered, like, as doing this, like, oh yeah, this is much easier with less vowels in it, and that's allowed us to like make some adjustments. Stick an A in there. Maybe shouldn't. Oh, okay. Last tunnel. It's not like amazing, but it does its job. All right, we have 3 R's we have to worry about, plus some other letters. Um, the Y is going to be interesting. What I want is like a 3-letter word that I can stick Y at the end of. Oh, all right, just 2 here. The twisted clay. I mean, that's equivalent to what I was wanting. It's got a consonant blend at the front. Um, I keep wanting to say some of these out loud, and then I'm like, I'm not sure that, like, it feels with the R's, like, sometimes when I'm saying these, it sounds like I'm doing a racist Japanese accent. So, the rower treasure, like that. Okay. So the W, if we didn't need to use the twisted clay, if Y wasn't so hard, I might have done the twisted clam, which is the disco bar next to the drunken clam. I keep seeing the melted corns, which is technically a possibility. The W. The W. Where can we put in this W? I mean, woad. Is woad actually a thing? I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. So it was like a kind of cabbage, essentially. Okay. Um, where was the road thing? The Shore Woad mystery, yeah. I mean, that one might have people might have to look it up, but you know. This is turning in. I like now that I'm doing this, is going to turn into a long puzzle. This is going to like I could just tell this video is going to be like another hour because I'm going to have to set these clues. But that's fine. Sometimes you just get into things. While the clock ticker, it's not great. Oh, the secret warming. All right. Well, TCR and R are not terrible, except that we have two R's. We've already put one on here. So the Rouse on the cliff is not really a thing. I mean, none of these are really a thing, but hunting for written gold. Okay. I mean, we could do MARC, but that feels a little bit cheap. The short cave mystery. I mean, I'm just like going to various words and just replacing the letters with T or R and seeing what happens. That's just all that's happening in my head. The tailing siren. Okay, and no, I was like great to Greer, but Grear. I think it's just the last name of someone I used to work with. Um, oh, the Ridden Harbor mystery, but we've already done hunting for Ridden Gold, so we really shouldn't do that. A figure in riding is similar. Figure in riding is maybe a better one, maybe not. Clue of the broken blade. Of the broker blade. Okay. All right. That's all of them. Okay, so here's now what we got to do. We got to come up with clues for each of these. And uh what we'll do is we will have them. So the trick with this is, like, if you were to do like movies, so if you were to do like um why am I suddenly thinking having trouble thinking of an example of this? Um like Boy Story instead of Toy Story. The idea would be that we would take the plot of Toy Story but just change it to be about a boy. Now, I don't want to do that. Partially because I don't think people are going to recognize the plots of the Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. I don't like if I were writing this for a mystery hunt, I might do that and just say, yeah, you got to recognize these plots of the Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. But I'm not writing it for that. I'm expecting this to be solvable by people who are mildly into puzzles, and therefore the best I can really expect is that they're looking at a Wikipedia list, much like I was, right? Especially Encyclopedia Brown. Encyclopedia Brown, like that was actually literally a mystery hunt puzzle for Encyclopedia Brown. That was video game. Yeah. Uh. Um. Nope. What was it? Oh, the Baddest Man. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So like all of these were bits for um each of these is the aha on an Encyclopedia Brown story, right? So like this is literally a mystery hunt puzzle. What a mystery hunt puzzle was, um, but we're not going to expect something that hard. So I'm going to write it just based off of these clues, but that means I do need to provide a second check into the titles. So what we can do is we can do like a set of shelves underneath. So we have like this is the Encyclopedia Brown, and it's got 29 like books on the shelves, and we don't say EB, we just put a thing of 29. And then like which ones are used in that one? It's like the first five are used, so the first five all get colors, and the sixth one's blank, and the seventh one's colored, and so on and so forth, like depending on what's been used. And I think that'll be enough. It's gonna still take them a little bit to get what's going on, and we may have to clue like Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, and Nancy Drew in the flavor text. But yeah, in fact, I can even see what the clue is going to be. Hold on, this is gonna be funny. All right, day 8, March 8th. So the flavor text is going to be back in my day as a kid detective. I I used to solve cases for just 25 cents, no case too small. Me, my brother, my boyfriend Ned, and I could always solved series of cases. There we go. And that should be just 25 cents, no case too small as Encyclopedia Brown. My brother for the Hardy Boys. I'm pretty sure they're brothers. Actually, yeah, they should be. Yeah, brothers. Good. All right. So then we just need to put them in order here. So this is poker starting bet. So saves the pay, tokes the case, the cake of the sleeping dog, solves them ale, sets the race, the case of the marshmallow sower, toy detective, case of the secret patch, shows the war, the case of the two spits, tricks them down, cracks the cane, starting, finds his blues, ease of the treasure hunt, gets his tan. Okay, so then it's this. This is Tracy Marrow. The Tailing Siren Mystery, The Case of the Old Mall, The Rower Treasure. Oh, wrong direction. It's not how you spell Tracy, Jen. Is it? A R R O W. All right, and then finally Miss Zellweger. Okay. Um, M S Z E L L W E G E R. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we just got to write these. We rescued the money directed. I rescued. I rescued money dedicated towards salaries. I smoke marijuana throughout the entire case. I can't say case. Solve. Is solve ever used in here? No, oh, solves them ale, yeah. Oh, mystery is also used. I just don't use the one that's in the thing, I think. Yeah, I think that's the only way. We can't avoid cross just because of all the different stuff here. Um, oh, story. Um, eh, not me doing bad looking up cake, but yeah, confectionery. Oh, a dessert presented about a dessert presented to a snoozing canine. I turn 21 and get everybody a type of alcohol. I define the boundaries of a running contest. I figure out why someone is planting. Oh, I don't know how you include marshmallow. It's it does help when I spell marshmallow correctly. A confection made of gelatin. My action figures. So, yeah, solve. Yeah. I don't know. Um, maybe. So, like, I'm trying to figure out how you start this. Maybe you just have to figure out, like, get one of Encyclopedia Brown. Like, what happens if you just Google? Okay, Ned Nickerson shows up second. That's pretty funny. I discover a hidden piece of fabric on someone's uniform. I present a conflict where multiple sides fight against each other. Case of the two spits. This mystery was solved by two people. Was because of two people expelling saliva. Tricks them down. I convinced two people to walk an aisle into their wedding without them realizing. I destroy an old man's uh, walking balance helper. Um, this was about a dirty festival. I rediscover my old singing about nothing, about all the bad things happening to me. I solve. Yeah. I solve an old map with an X. It is no trouble. Gets his tan. I go to the beach and get some color. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is to help at the beginning, because we're going to have enumerations on this, and I'm going to put asterisks around the one that gets changed so that they can start helping. Like that could, it's not necessary, but it's another way that people can break in. It's one of my things is like it's just how I write puzzles, and not everyone has to do this, but I I get worried sometimes that I write things that are too hard, or involve too much work. And I try to give people lots and lots of ways to break into those puzzles and try to negate as much of the work as possible. Like if you're solving one of my puzzles with only half of the answers, nice job. In fact, that's really what this whole thing is, because it's like a crossword where every clue is a different puzzle, right? So, but this should hopefully help clue, like if you're getting like a lot of these are cases or cakes, like I don't know, it should help break into what's going on. At least is my hope. Uh, 4, 3, 4. I think it's on race there, right? Sets the pace. Yeah. Okay. The case. 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 11, 5. 3 sorry, 3, 9. And if I didn't have to put these stars here, then I could just automate this, make Google Sheets do it for me. But the case of the secret pitch, I believe, is the correct thing. So it's 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 5. Shows the It shows the way, yeah. So 5, 3, 3. It's the case of the two spies. So 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 5. tricks them down instead of tracks them down. So 6, 4, 4. It cracks the case. So 6, 3, 4. Case of the Carnival Grime. 3, 4, 2, 3, 8, 5. Finds his blues. Sorry, finds his clues is what it is. So 5, 3, 5. Case of the Treasure Hunt. So this is 4, 2, 3, 8, 4. And 4, 3, 4. Okay. Whew. All right, we're getting there. Yeah, this is gonna be a 2-hour video. The Tailing Siren Mystery. Um, that a mythical ocean creature that leads sailors to their doom is following me. It's nice because it's going to be a different meaning of the word siren than there was before. This is the Wailing Siren Mystery. So 3, 6, 6, 5, 7. The Rower Treasure. I find hidden gold placed by someone who really liked manual boat manual boats with manual propulsion. Uh, 3, 5, 8. The Secret of the Old Mall. I discover something. Um, hell, I just I'm trying to clue secret. I discover something previously unknown in a building, in an abandoned building, with an orange Julius and Auntie Anne's. 3, 6, 2, 3, 3, 4. The Short Cave Mystery. Um, I figure out why this entry into a why this uh just gonna look at how Wikipedia defines cave and then just go with a natural void. Sure. Rock doesn't go that deep. Uh 3, what is it? Short wave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. 3, 5, 4, 7, 7. The Twisted Clay. The pottery material here was wrapped around itself. 3, this is like the twisted, not clam, claw. 3, 7, 4. The secret warming. Um, I discover a house has been getting hotter without its residents noticing. Uh, 367. The secret of the last tunnel. I go through many underground passages. The last contains something hidden. Three, it's lost. Okay, so 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 6. Hunting for written gold. I look for a precious metal that has had a saddle on it before. Sure. 7, 3, 6, 4. The clue of the broker blade. Um, the key to this case was the sword held by the person who trades stocks. 3, 4, 2, 3, 7, 5. Okay, Cove I definitely need to find for me. I don't feel bad about that one. Um, a tiny. Okay, the coastal inlets here contained a hidden message. 3, 6, 2, 3, 5. The Shore Woad mystery. Okay, so Woad is this source of blue dye. The cabbage plant growing by the ocean, normally a good source of blue dye, uh, held a secret. I'm just using secret or mystery when the other one's there. Like, it's whatever. 3, 5, 4, 7. All right, we're almost there. The password to Larkspur, Maine. So, okay, Delphinum. This mystery is all about finding the series of letters to unlock the hair around the neck of a lion statue made of delphinium. Oops. Delphinium. Okay. The clue of the velvet mass. Um, sure. Give me velvet. How can I? Yeah, soft fabric. Great. Um, the important insight into this case involved a Sunday um, Christian ritual with a soft fabric. Secret of the Red Gaze Farm. Uh, the rural. Oh, I need to put the thing here. 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 4. The rural plot of land was a commun. Yeah, it had people who, yeah, had hidden people who would hidden communists who would stare at you. Uh, 362344. The Mystery of the Mess Covered Mansion. This large house had so many things that it was um, a large house owned by a hoarder had a case to solve. 372348 MANSION 7. Ugh. The clue of the lapping keels. That should be the clue of the. Oh, I was looking at this side. I should be looking over here. Tapping keels. Okay. The key insight was, yeah, involved a pair of women women's shoes that ran the ran around the track and caught up with the other runner. 342375. The case of the woolen lady. The key suspect. Oh no, the secret of the wooden lady. The secret of the woolen lady. I was babysitting some kids and I couldn't figure out who was the one peeing their diaper. 5'1". Mysterious is 10, and then 6. All right. Secret of the Woolen Lady. That should be like sheep something. Animal fiber. Yeah. The woman was actually made out of fiber from a sheep nobody knew. I am trying to like be like mystery or clue or secret or case or whatever. Like I am trying to put that in there. 362364. The clue in the crumbling well. Um, Even though the water source was falling apart, it still contained a key insight. 342394. The clue in the jewel bog. The key insight was in a swamp filled with diamonds. 342353. Can Oh yeah, there's a million things. The Spectre was said. I was going to do RE, but no, I really should do ER. Was said to be from Inferno, specifically a forest, a dark forest. 35294. And finally, the key insight was a malfunctioning space vehicle. Broken rocket. It's broken locket, so it's the last one. 3, 4, 2, parentheses 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 6. Okay, so that's all the text. This 100% needs test solving. Oh my god, it needs so much test solving. I mean, that's the thing with these clues is that like, I think that once someone has an insight to be able to like put stuff together, these clues are not hard. Until then, I think these clues are hard. Speaking of which, I need to like thread them together. I've been playing so much Tabletop Simulator today that I'm trying to WASD this stuff. I'm like trying to move and then hit WASD to like move the spreadsheet, and that's not how this works. Okay, so if I do something like, I don't know. This is not amazing, but will work. I could be, if I really wanted to power user this, I could be copying a row and paste transposing. But this is going to take an extra like minute, and I really don't care. So I apologize for not super power usering. Like the amount of time it would take me to like remember how to do paste transpose and like do the copy paste thing, it would save me time. I was gonna say it wouldn't save me time. It would have saved me time if I had started doing it from the beginning, but oh well. This is not perfect like mixing up, but one, I don't need it to be perfect mixing up. And two, if they figure out the thing how this works, then good for them. They get help with solving the puzzle. All right, yeah. As I'm looking at this, how many clues is this? Yeah, this is maybe the longest puzzle that I've written so far, and that's impressive given that I have the circles here. Um, but I mean that happens. Okay, this is probably gonna end up being 2 pages, but nope. Text box. There you are. All right, let's. Oh, please let me just paste the text. Okay, yeah. So we're going to. I did. Okay. So we can delete this. We can move this up. Okay. So now what I can do is I should be able to do that. Yes. Okay. So this now gets. Did I spell alcohol wrong? Probably. Okay. What did I have it as? Oh, yeah. Alcolol. Okay. Now here's where I put those shelves. I haven't used dreamstime.com. Is this going to want me to pay, or is this using free? Oh, this is AI generated. Nope. No, thank you. These are all free with trial. Okay. See, what I'm thinking of is what I have in mind is this image. Sure, just as an example. Sure. This image is what I'm thinking of. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. In fact, yeah, it's almost exactly the image I'm thinking of. Not that I like just want to steal this off the Library of Babel. Um, I mean, I could also just like approximate something in here. Like we could do a. Oh crap! Give me a dark brown color. Um, sure. 92, 64, 51. That looks great. 92, 64, 51. Great. We're gonna do a silly clip art, or we're gonna do silly like making it ourselves here, but it'll do just fine. So like, this is a book. We're gonna fill it with white. All right, and we're gonna zoom in. So now, yeah, they look even at 100. Okay, I was worried that like the sides like weren't even, but they are. Okay. Cool. Um 5. I mean, it's okay if it's not even, but I do want it to be. I'm not doing precise measuring because I don't care that much. So that's 6. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, sure. Why are you still on the screen? I was hoping that you wouldn't be so I could... There we go. That's what I was hoping for. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. So there is... Let me take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Great. Okay. So I just need to copy this 3 times. We can leave a little more space than that. We have space. Oops. Shoot. Great. So now Encyclopedia Brown's only 29 things. So we can do that. Give a little bit of a clue there. And now I'm going to throw this on my other monitor so I can easily highlight the right books. So Encyclopedia Brown is 1 through 5. 5. No 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, next one's 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 17, and then 19, and then 21, and then 24, and then 27, and then 29. Okay, so we're going to fill those with black. Hardy Boys has less because all the other ones have less. Hardy Boys is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then the next one is 17. So there should be 9 in the middle. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 2 of them there. 2 blanks and then an R, 2 blanks and then a C, and then the last 2. Those all get colored black. All right, and then finally, Nancy Drew doesn't have one until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their first one is the 6th one. And then blank 1, 2. 4 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, blank, and then 1, blank, and then 1, blank, and then 1, 2 blanks, and then 1. Wait. 2 blanks and then 1 blank and then 1, 2 blanks and then 1, and then we're good. Okay. Great. Okay. Well, that, after a lot of work, is our puzzle. Again, this needs to be tested. It needs to be. But I believe it has all of the things that are necessary, and I think that any testing is going to come out of 2 things. Like the feedback, in my opinion, is going to come out of 2 things. One is, or are the 3 series clued heavily enough? Right? Is the Encyclopedia Brown, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew bit clued? Yeah. Are they clued heavily enough? And the second is, how clean are these clues? Like how easy are these clues to get? If these are too hard, I mean, it is possible that I need to entirely rewrite these. If I were rewriting them, maybe one thing I would prioritize is like everything that is like well, it's harder here, but like if it has mystery in it, it's worded one way. If it has secret in it, it's worded another way. If it has clue in it, it's worded another way. Just to be consistent between all of them. But we'll see what happens. All right. Thank you for watching this. If you like this series, I have a whole series. If you like this video, I have a whole series of it that you can find on my YouTube channel. I also solve stuff every Wednesday or otherwise post things about puzzle solving every Wednesday. You should check that out. Thank you for watching. See you next time.